Carthage women's basketball still searching for their first win of the season. They will have their hands full here this afternoon at the Tarble Arena as they will host the second-place team in the conference, the red-hot Millikin Big Blue. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome into our broadcast here at the Tarble Arena on 1050 WLIP, and hello to all of you catching us on the Carthage video stream this afternoon. Carthage, as I mentioned, they are struggling. They are 0-3 on the season here, and in this short 12-game season need to get this turned around rather quickly as they have fallen behind early in contests. It's quite simple. This women's team has struggled in the first quarter. They've been outscored 50-14 in the first quarter this season, and they have hit just 4 field goals in the first quarter in the first 3 games, and that includes 1 3-pointer. So they have struggled. They have trailed outright in 2 ball games, and they have had only 1 lead, a very short lead, in the third quarter against North Park a week ago Saturday. Carthage and Millikin opened up the season back on the 23rd of January, and it was Millikin holding on for a 77-66 victory in that contest. Kelsey Cashone with 15 points and 8 rebounds. Amanda Larson, who has been the most consistent player on this Carthage roster so far this season, 13 points for Amanda Larson in that contest. And Larson among the leaders on this Carthage team. She is averaging just under 17 points per game. She is hitting 56% from the field, and she is also leading the team in blocks coming into the contest here tonight. Carthage dead last in the CCIW, 9th in point totals offensively, averaging just 50 points per ball game, and they are down amongst the bottom in field goal percentage as well. So they need to get that turned around. And what's alarming is the free throw percentage. Carthage got to the line in their game against Millikin down in Decatur back on the 23rd of January. Need to convert at the free throw line against this very physical team. Millikin comes in with a record of 3-1, and that includes the victory over Carthage. They also have wins over Wheaton and a pop-up game this week against Illinois Wesleyan. Millikin was to have played Augustana here at, over the last 2 days, Thursday and Saturday, but the Augie women's team shut down right now due to COVID-19. So they played a pop-up game at Illinois Wesleyan and defeated the Titans 90-82 their last time out. They split their series with Wheaton, picking up the victory 85-60 over the Thunder in that 2-game span. So they have an altered schedule. They will play Illinois Wesleyan again next week, and then on Tuesday, and then next week on Thursday and Saturday they will play their series with North Central College. So they've had to alter things a little bit, but they have not missed a beat whatsoever as they are getting consistent play from freshman Elise Knutson, averaging 20 points per game. Knutson leads the team in scoring. She's second in rebounds and leads the team in steals with 13 coming into the contest today. She was the CCIW Women's Player of the Week this past week, and she was also named to the D3Hoops.com Team of the Week. She has been outstanding. She's not afraid to shoot. She has already chucked it 67 times this season, hitting 46% of her shots. She's also hitting better than 30% at the three-point arc. She will be a load. This will be a physical team that we will see here today, a team that likes to force you into transition, will bother you on the dribble, and we'll see how the Carthage women's team can handle that here today. Well, before our contest, had a chance to sit down and visit with head coach Tim Bernero, get his thoughts on today's game, and really the whole key, in my opinion and in the coach's opinion, get off to a good start.
Yeah, we did some things physically, we did some things mentally to maybe think we can get off to a better start. And, you know, just like every sport, scoring cures a lot of ills, and if we can get off to a good start offensively and it makes you feel a little bit better about yourself. We've struggled, you know, all 3 first quarters, and, you know, we went to the point yesterday where we kind of reimagined our warm-up to start practice and said, okay, let's see what we're doing. And we kind of tweaked a few things, so maybe there's a mental aspect that, hey, going from that warm-up to live action, we've got to get ourselves ready physically and mentally.
I was going to say confidence plays a big part in anything in team sport, and I just think right now that might be one of the areas that you need to work on.
Yeah, you have to play through adversity. I mean, that's, you know, things happen. This team's inexperienced, so they haven't felt the level of success that we're used to, so we've got to keep finding that. And, you know, we talk about it, the success comes, or the confidence comes from your preparation. Are you all in on making sure that you know your assignment, and do you just let loose once you know it, to compete for loose balls, to rebound the ball, to attack the basket? Millikin plays aggressively defensively. They're going to be up in your face and bumping you, and we've got to go to the basket. When we played down there a couple weeks ago, we got to the free throw line 25 times. We have to accept that contact and be willing to go there so we can get stuff done.
I was going to say that leads to better things. This is a team that offensively is leading the conference in scoring, but defensively they do give up points. They do let you play kind of your style.
Yeah, I mean they forced us to score more than the other teams have, so hopefully that's a good thing. Their offense is flowing pretty well right now. They've got a lot of kids that can make plays. They play fast. Down there, it was, it's funny how those things work out. We got beat by 11, and they outscored us in transition baskets 17-6. There's 11. It's not always exactly 1 for 1, but if we can get that under control. It was our first game, and we were a little out of order in transition. We got back, but we didn't match up to the right people or recognize the right people. So we worked on that. And they've got a freshman kid that's shooting a freshman kid 3 games into the season took 23 shots against Illinois Wesleyan the other day. So she's got no conscience. We've got to make her work for her points along with their other kids.
Change in the lineup here today, injury-wise, you had to make an adjustment with the starting lineup.
Yeah, Ayanna Esther will be in there. She gives us some offensive punch, and defensively she's gotten better. We need her to do a good job there. Lauren Herman's out for this one. Should be back for Thursday, but it's just a kind of a day-to-day thing, and it's I'm not used to that one either, John. This is our 3rd starting lineup in 4 games. I usually like to put them in stone and go play, and then decide who gets to play at the end of the game. So we've had to be flexible there and try to find. We're still searching. We're still searching for the right combination. We've got a lot of kids that we can put out there. We've got to find the ones that mesh together and play consistently for 40 minutes.
Keys for the game today?
The transition stuff's big. I mean, obviously the way we've played the last few games, scoring, getting off to a good start would be nice. Instead, we've had 2 games where we're down 14, 15 points at the end of the first quarter. That's a hard way to play. And the physical presence, they're going to challenge you physically. They've got post players that can do that. They attack you on the dribble. We've got to stay in front of them and kind of limit our help so that we can keep bodies attached to people so we can limit them to 1 shot. So there's a lot of stuff we have to do. We just have to be able to do it with some poise today and some toughness.
Fingers crossed this is the day we get that 0 off that 1-loss ledger.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough team. They're playing really well, probably as well as anybody in the league, but it's a good challenge to take on right now.
Go get them.
Thank you, John.
Head basketball coach Tim Bernero joining us on our pregame. Carthage women's basketball this afternoon as Carthage hosts Millikin. We'll be back with starting lineups and tip-off right after this on AM 1050 WLIP.
You can take a 60 here, Tom.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tarble Arena for today's CCIW women's basketball game between Carthage College and Millikin University. The NCAA promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and fans. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. The NCAA, the CCIW, and Carthage thank you for your cooperation. And now, please direct your attention
Go.
A former Carthage student who died in Vietnam in 1970. The flag is a gift to the college from his parents. In remembering Captain Vedman, we pay tribute to all who have sacrificed their lives for our country and honor those who today
Ready to roll.
harm's way in service to America. And now, at this time, please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts was so gallantly streaming. And the rockets ran red above bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Don Weiser back with you at the Tarble Arena as we get set for Carthage women's basketball this afternoon. Second time between Carthage and Millikin, this time in Kenosha. The starting lineups for Millikin under head coach Olivia Lett. It will be Miranda Fox starting at a guard, 5'6" sophomore out of Altamont, Illinois. Jasmine Brown will start at a guard, 5'4" junior from Indianapolis, Indiana. Jordan Hildebrandt will start at forward, 6' senior out of Mendon, Illinois. Aubrey Staten at a forward, 5'10", a junior out of El Paso, Illinois. And the team's leading scorer, the freshman Elise Knudsen, 5'8", out of Philo, Illinois. She is averaging better than 20 points and 5 rebounds per contest. Olivia Lett, in her third season as head coach of the Millikin Big Blue. Let's turn it over to the announcer for the starting lineups for the Carthage.
Red guard, a 5'6" sophomore from Trevor High School, hailing from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, number 13, Ayana Esther. Red guard, a 5'9" sophomore from Tarble High School, hailing from Madison, Illinois, number 25, Destiny Antoine. And forward, a 6' junior from Trevor High School, hailing from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, number 34, Kelsey Kenosha. And guard, a 5'8" freshman from Tarble High School, hailing from Spokane, Illinois, number 4, Lauren Knight. And head guard, a 5'9" senior from Grand Lake Central High School in Grand Lake, Illinois, number 12, Amanda Weiser.
So the change in the lineup today for Carthage, that would be Lauren Herman out with the foot injury, so Ayana Esther will make the start. The sophomore out of Tremper High School. Pair of Tremper teammates in that starting lineup for Timberdale. We got Lauren Knight along with Kelsey Cashon, Destiny Antoine, and Amanda Larson. Larson, the most consistent player on this women's team so far this season. Millikin leads the all-time series 40-30, including the win back on the 23rd of January. Carthage has won 3 of the last 5 meetings between these two schools. Teams split last year's series. Millikin winning here in Kenosha, Carthage winning down in Decatur, Illinois. Millikin, the blue jerseys, blue shorts, white lettering, white numerals. Carthage in the white jerseys, white shorts, red lettering, red numerals. Koshan going up center against Knutson. And the opening tip will go to Millikin. So it was tipped out of bounds by Koshan. So Millikin will start in the half court. Staten, Hildebrandt, Knutson, Brown, and Fox out there for Millikin. Big Blue, and they fire up quickly. The three-pointer by Knutson won't fall. Destiny Antoine able to get the rebound. That's one of the strengths of this Millikin team, has been their offensive rebounding in the early going. Knight will handle the basketball. Gets it to Larson, high on the left. Back up top, middle of the floor. Esther. Back to Antoine with 13 to shoot. Drives from the right side. Got caught at the right block as she got double teamed the minute she put it on the floor. Good defense that time between Aubrey Staten and Jordan Hildebrandt on the double team. Ball went out of bounds. Carthage will hold on to it here. They'll have 9 to shoot. They'll inbound from the corner as Larson will trigger. Gets it into Knight. Knight way up top, circling around the left side. Esther with it. On the drive, the run up with the left hand. Going glass, couldn't fall. Offensive rebound Carthage as Larson backs it out. Now drives the right side. Skipped through the paint. Tried to fire to Esther, but the pass was stolen away by Staten. Back comes Millikin. Knutson turning, shooting off the left baseline, no good. Once again, Destiny Antoine there for the rebound. We're a minute in, looking for our first points here today. Knight being hounded hard on the dribble by Jasmine Brown. Pass goes out of bounds, deflected out that time. Carthage will maintain possession. Free throw line extended far side as Larson will trigger. Gets it to Knight. Knight will take it down to the right corner on the dribble. Now got tied up. And now we got a held ball. Possession will back to Carthage here, but they will have 9 to shoot. Tight defensive job that time by Jasmine Brown, able to tie up Knight on that dribble. Larson to Knight. Back to Larson with 5, drives the right side, gets all the way in and lays it up and in off the right side. Larson weaving her way in from the right wing, all the way down low, able to get the layup. Carthage has their first lead of the season in the first quarter. 2-0 Carthage. Good defense here by Carthage, man-to-man as they try and force a turnover. Nearly did, is picking up the loose ball, top of the circle. Hildebrandt got into the paint, fired up a weak shot off the side of the glass, pulled down by Koshan. Now they throw it away. Turnover Carthage as they tried to lead Amanda Larson that time on the transition.
Number 40, Abby Ratch.
Abby Ratch will check in now for the Big Blue, the sophomore, 6'1", out of Springfield, Illinois. 2 minutes in, 2-0 Carthage. Millikin with the ball. Brown with it, gets it back to Miranda Fox. Fox through the top of the circle, bounce feed to Knutson. Driving left side, cut off there. Brown will fire the 3 and get it just inside the arc down below us. It'll be a 2-pointer. 2-pointer. Game tied at 2. Now they're working off to Larson. Larson on the drive. Lost it in the paint. Back out to Diana Esther. She'll fire the 3 and hit off the right wing. Esther starting in place of Herman here, out with the injury. Able to knock down the triple. Shot short underneath, taken away underneath by Esther. Carthage will walk it up. Larson now on the right side to the right corner. Antoine being muscled up that time by Ratch. Takes the dribble back up top. Skip pass to Knight. Driving in left side. Scoop with the left hand. Wouldn't fall. And trying to get the rebound was Destiny Antoine. Got bumped off her fingertips and out of bounds to Millikin.
12,
Natalie Schneider will check in now for the Big Blue. Schneider, a 5'9" sophomore out of Taylorville, Illinois. Now they're going to correct the score here. It should be 5-2. The scoreboard showing a 3 for Millikin. Got it? 5-2 or 5-3. I think that last jumper down here was ruled a 2. Yep, we got it. Carthage 2 for 4 here in the early going. Millikin off to a 1 for 5 start. Working in the corner near side. Ratch takes the dribble up left wing to Knutson. Feeds it inside. Turnaround off the right block. Shot taken by Hildebrandt, no good. Back out it goes to Knutson. Her shot no good. Offensive rebound to midcourt, and it's saved in the backcourt as that was tipped out. Again, this is a very good offensive rebounding team, averaging 16 offensive boards per game. Millikin now on the drive. Inside it goes. Hildebrandt had it taken away. Knocked away with Larson coming back the other way. Larson now on the drive. The run up right side is good. Larson running it right to the basket that time. She's got 4. Carthage up by 5, 7-2. Good to see them get off to a good start here. 3 on the way. That one is short. Carthage able to get the rebound once again. 6-2 in favor of Carthage on the glass thus far. Larson now. Back to Esther. Esther going to fire the 3, but a whistle before the shot. They're going to call the offensive foul on Kashan, moving screen.
Carthage foul.
First team foul of the game goes against Carthage. And Millikin will bring it up in the backcourt. Carthage off to a 3 for 5 start. Millikin 1 for 7. Kind of a role reversal here in the early going. Eyed the 3 that time, did Bailey Kaufman. Now takes it on the drive, swings it back, got the return pass, takes a jumper out of the corner, good for 3. Bailey Kaufman able to knock down the triple near corner left side. The sophomore gets the triple, cuts the deficit to 2, and now a steal on the pass taken away by Natalie Schneider. Going down the left side, couldn't get it to fall, but was fouled by Lauren Knight. She will get a pair of free throws here. Knight on the foul, trailing the play.
Checking in for Carthage, number 14.
Bridget Barrett will check in, the 5'9" freshman for Carthage.
Aubrey Staten.
Aubrey Staten also in now for Millikin.
At the line.
At the free throw line here.
24, Nancy Valev.
Nancy Valev will check in for Lauren Knight for Carthage as well. Pair of free throws upcoming here for Natalie Schneider. It's their second trip to the line this season. Averaging 5.5 points, 3 rebounds per contest. Second one drops in, goes 2 for 2. Ties the game at 7 here with 5:25 to play first quarter. Valev on the drive, left side, and we got a whistle and a foul on the drive. Foul will go on Miranda Fox.
Number 3, Miranda Fox.
That's her first on the team. Carthage will inbound left of the basket. Valev gets it into Destiny Antoine. They'll take the dribble all the way up. They'll give and go. Back to Fox, and she was fouled. Took that back to Bennett, who was fouled on the play.
Number 40,
Abby Ratch. 2 quick fouls here, evens things up, 2 fouls apiece. Valev now will handle it. Takes it off right side. Gets it to Esther. Esther on the drive, laid it short, got her own rebound, needs to get out of there with it. Will dribble it out before a 3-second count. Gets it back to Larson, top of the circle. Larson on the drive. Penetrates, goes up with the left hand, couldn't get it to fall. Rebound cleared out of there by Bailey Kaufman. Back comes Millikin in transition. Gets it to Schneider, left corner. Back up top to Fox. Reversing the perimeter, back to the corner now in Schneider, traveled with the basketball. Complete work of the perimeter that time, got it back to Schneider, and she was going to drive the basket, but forgot to put it on the floor. Second turnover for Millikin today. Game tied at 7 here, 4.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Another reach foul by Abby Ratch, and this is something that was drawn up by Coach Bernero here this week, and that was to keep the dribble alive and wait for the contact and try and go through the contact. Draw the foul, get to the line. He says it's kind of a different style of play for this team, but they need to get used to it, particularly the style that Millikin plays. They like to get up on you on the dribble. Now Larson driving right side, missing. And Destiny Antoine with the rebound, and she was fouled on the left block. She will get to the free throw line. Check that, they'll call it in the act of grabbing the rebound.
Number 5, Jasmine Brown.
So Carthage will get a reset shot clock at 20. Will inbound left of the basket.
Elise Knudsen, number 14, Chelsea McCall.
Belev looking to get it in, just does. And the shot taken that time by Barrett won't fall. They get the rebound. We got a held ball underneath between Barrett and Hildebrand. And the alternate possession arrow back to Millikin. They Blue with the basketball, in the corner with it. Kaufman, we got a double dribble. Kaufman turning it over, was waiting for Jasmine Brown to get back up top. Wasn't quite there. She was late to get to the top, forced the turnover. It's 3 turnovers now for Millikin. Belev tried to force it into a double team for Destiny Antoine and threw it away. Ill-advised pass there. Back the other way, Knudsen takes the dribble in the right corner, guarded by Larson. Got around Larson, and Larson with the bump foul. Couldn't quite get her feet in front of Knudsen. Try and cut her off. Came in from the right side and committed the foul. Her first, third on Carthage here in this first quarter. 3:55 to play as they get it in play, and quickly up with it is Hildebrand, who was fouled, and she will get to the free throw line.
Carthage foul, number 12, Amanda Larson.
Got that pass underneath the basket, then tried to work her way to the left block and flip it up, and was able to draw the foul. Larson with 2 quick fouls here. Hildebrand able to connect on the first of 2 free throws. Hildebrand 72% from the line this year, averaging better than 12 points per game, missing the second, trying to go for the rebound, and it's taken by Knudsen, and then she's fouled as she gets the pass away. Didn't pinch off the glass, and Barrett will pick up the foul. Bridget Barrett, her first. That's over the limit now for Carthage, so Millikin with 3:50 to go will get to the free throw line shooting 2 here, and this will be the freshman Knudsen. Reigning Conference Player of the Week this week in the CCIW. So the ball is hung up in the basket. Named to the D3 Hoops Team of the Week this week for her effort. Averaging better than 20 points per game. %84% now at the free throw line, 11 for 13 on the season. They're having difficulty with the south basket here. The net has gotten tangled up. So we're going to have a delay here while they get that figured out. Want to remind you our games here on 1050 WLIP are brought to you in part by Harbor Park Health and Fitness, located at 3417 14th Avenue in Kenosha. That's just south of the Carthage campus. By the Sandlots of Salem Grill, Pub and Sports Complex, Highway 83 just north of the state line. By Dickey's Barbecue Pit in Kenosha, 74th place just off of I-94. By Best Bargain Incorporated. And you can check them out on the web at bestbargainsinc.com. By Lynch Chevrolet, located on Highway 50 just east of I-94. And by Francetic Tax Resolution. Don't get frantic, get Francetic. Go to 262tax.com. Well, Nate Stewart, in his official capacity as athletic director, will get on the chair underneath the basket and will untangle the net in his official capacity as athletic director. Nicely done. Glance over his shoulder as he says something back to Coach Bernero. That's why he gets the big bucks. That's why he's here. Knudsen set for the second free throw is up and in. 2 for 2 that trip, her first 2 points. Millikin now, their largest lead at 3. Carthage led by as many as 5 here, 7-2 in the early going. But an 8-0 run here. Millikin back on top, 3:35 to go here first quarter. Destiny Antoine tries to feed Belev, had it broken up, taken away. Another turnover for Carthage, there's 6. Back the other way in transition, knocked out of bounds nicely. Getting back defensively for Carthage was Margaret Spear just into the contest. She was able to knock it away from Hildebrand, force the out of bounds. Looking to inbound, Knudsen will throw it all the way up top. Taking the basketball, Kaufman. Back out it goes. McCullum. Now to Fox, try to get it back inside, and it's broken up, but picked back up by Millikin with 12 to shoot. They'll fire the three, top of the circle. That one falls off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound goes off of McCullum. It'll be Carthage ball. Millikin just 1 for 6 now, shooting the three here in this first quarter. Knight will get it back, and it's turned over. She tried to get it back to Destiny Antoine, and in frustration, Antoine commits the foul. 2 free throws upcoming here as it's over the limit of 5 in the quarter.
Checking in for the Big Blue, number 12, Natalie Snyder. And in for Carthage,
Snyder will check back in for Millikin. In for Carthage will be Addison Ebling.
At the line,
replacing
Kaufman.
Destiny Antoine. Kaufman at the line for 2, able to connect. Millikin getting to the free throw line here in this first quarter. 4 for 4 at the line. That's 6 for 6 at the line. 12-7. It's a 10-0 run here by the Big Blue. Valev will handle the basketball. Valev, Knight, Kashan, Spear, and Ebling out there for Carthage. And now the ball stripped away, and then on the breakout, falling down was Snyder, who was fouled, and once again, Millikin going back to the free throw line.
At the line, Snyder.
Millikin now 7 of 8 at the line here in this first quarter. Knocked that one down was Schneider. Coming into the game 1 for 2 at the stripe on the year, able to connect both there. And it's a 12-0 run here for Millikin. Carthage scoreless here the last 4 minutes. Taking the ball, Spear, back to Valev. Valev, back up top, Knight. Knight circles the top of the key, comes back down left, and was fouled on a run up off the left baseline.
Millikin foul, number 22, Elise Knutson.
Foul will go on Elise Knutson. That is her first. 15 foul now on Millikin. So the final 2:18, both teams shooting for each foul. And this will be Lauren Knight at the free throw line for Carthage and knocks down the front end. Knight just her second trip to the line this year. Playing just under 30 minutes per game. Averaging 2 points, and she's right at her average, connecting on 2 free throws. That snaps the scoreless to get it just over 4 minutes. 14-9 in favor of Millikin. Knutson on the drive, backs into the paint, draws a crowd, and a foul. Triple team that time between Valev, Kashan, and Esther.
Checking in for the Big
Go on
Blue,
Knight.
number 32, Bailey Kaufman.
At the free throw line is Knutson. Knutson now 3 for 3 at the line. All of her points coming at the charity stripe thus far. She's going to be a great player in this league. She is really going to be dynamite. Already
Checking in for the Big Blue, number
taking
11,
notice
Ashlyn Sturdy.
around the league.
And in for Carthage, number 21, Taylor Josefowicz.
Josefowicz will check in for the first time, the senior for Carthage out of Crystal Lake South. First appearance here today. Valev nearly turned it over on the dribble, finds Kashan in the paint, goes hard to the basket, laid it short, battle for the rebound, the foul on Carthage and Josefowicz. Once again, we'll go to the line. The first quarter alone, Millikin 9 for 10 at the line.
At the line, Sturdy.
At the free throw line, Ashlyn Sturdy, freshman out of Dawson, Illinois, and the free throw rattles out, no good. (10-1) at the free throw line, and Going to lead to some problems if this continues throughout this game.
Checking in for Carthage.
Checking back in for Carthage now will be Bridget Barrett. In for Kashawn. Minute 50 to go here in the first quarter. 17-9 in favor of Millikin. 12-0 run. Back in the lead is Valev, able to get the layup that time. Takes the dribble all the way to the rim. First 2 points for Valev. Carthage keeping pace here. Spinning, taking the shot, the 12-footer that time, up by Kaufman, no good. Offensive rebound won't fall, as the tap-in attempt by Sturdy wouldn't roll. Carthage comes away with it. Valev down the left side, had it poked away momentarily by Jasmine Brown. And then whistle and a foul as Ebeling tried to get that pass and was fouled by Bailey Kaufman. It's going to be one of those games, I think.
Checking in for the Big Blue.
We'll be here for a while.
Number 3, Miranda Fox, and number 40, Abby Ratch at the line. Ebeling.
So this will be Ebeling at the free throw line. Free throw up and good for Ebeling. Playing about 15 minutes per game. She's appeared in all 3 games. Again, this is a very young Carthage team. Missing the second free throw, going 1 for 2. Carthage trailing by 5 as we enter the final 65 seconds. Eyeing the 3 and hitting that time. Again, forgetting the assignment, they allowed the 3-point shooter Kaufman to stand alone at the 3-point arc and knock it down. Coming into the game, Kaufman 4 for 8 at the arc. So Carthage forced to take the timeout. 61 seconds to go here in this first quarter, 20-12 in favor of Millikin. A game today brought to you by Harbor Park Health and Fitness. 14th Avenue, just a mile south of Carthage College. Personal training and boot camp classes, along with yoga, CrossFit, and more. Check out their website at harborparkcf.com. Harbor Park Health and Fitness, healthy, happy community. So 30-second timeout used by Carthage here. Under a minute to go as Valev will bring it up. Valev, Ebeling, Barrett, along with Esther and Josefowicz. Barrett able to get the offensive rebound on the miss by Ebeling and lays it, turns around and shoots it off the glass and in. Off the right baseline that time for Bridget Barrett. Cuts the deficit to 6 here with 38 seconds to play. Once again, Kaufman traveled with the ball. She was left alone on the arc. It was late getting there. Lucky to force the turnover there. So once again, they left the 3-point shooter alone. 4th turnover by Millikin so far. Now the 3, up by Esther, barely drew iron. Ebeling with the offensive board to Josefowicz, back over to Valev, drives the lane, goes hard to the basket, overlays. Staten there with the rebound. Gets it down quickly. McCullum back up top. Staten with it once again. Broken up by Valev. She'll steal it. Valev able to get the steal. Final 5 seconds, but it was poked out from behind. She didn't see McCullum coming up from behind. Millikin will dribble it out, and our first quarter comes to an end. We'll take a 60-second break. 1 quarter of play in the books. Carthage trailing here after 1. It's Millikin 20. Carthage 14. Back after the 60 break on AM 1050 WLIP. Much better start here for the Carthage women in this first quarter. 5 for 14, 35%, but 1 of 3 at the arc. 4 points for Amanda Larson to lead the way for Carthage. Millikin struggled from the field, but got to the free throw line in that first quarter. They were 3 of 13 from the field, 23%, 2 for 6 at the arc, but 12 for 14 at the free throw line. Hoffman with 8, Knutson with 4, the leading scorers for Millikin in that first quarter. Carthage did force 5 turnovers in that first quarter. Meanwhile, the Carthage women's team turning it over 7 times, leading to 10 Millikin points. That's your deficit right there. 10-2 on points off turnovers. Carthage down 6. They have the ball to start quarter number 2. Josefowicz on the drive, and she was fouled as she put her shoulder down. That's exactly the way they've drawn it up.
Millikin foul.
Be aggressive on the dribble.
Release Knutson.
Knutson picking up the foul, her second. So Valev, Antoine, Barrett, Josefowicz, and Esther out there for Carthage. Ball loose, they dive for it on the floor. I got a held ball, alternate possession arrow to Millikin.
Jump ball. Possession. Millikin.
Big Blue will bring it down. Quickly into the hands here of Schneider. Back up top, it'll go to Brown. Back to Schneider now on the left side. To Brown, top of the circle, shoulder fake, back to Schneider. Dribbling out of the corner. Got around Barrett, flips it back up top, looking for Fox. Now to Knutson, shot clock down to 8. Get it back to Jasmine Brown. Good defense here for Carthage. They just got the 3 away, barely drew iron. Carthage able to get the rebound. Schneider had to rush that shot with the shot clock going down. Barrett with the pull-up, had it partially blocked. Got it back. Gets it to Josefowicz on the drive, looking for a bounce pass, looking for Destiny Antoine. It goes out of bounds. Carthage turning it over. 9 turnovers for Carthage so far today. They average about 13 per game. That's starting to stack up. Down 6 here in the early going of the second quarter. 20-14 Millikin. Down with it. To Knutson, near side. Goes to Schneider. Back inside. The shot taken. No good, but a foul by Carthage. Hildebrandt fouled on the play. Going to go on Valev, her first on Carthage here in the second quarter. Barrett will come out, Kashawn back in. And back to the free throw line is Jordan Hildebrandt. 1 for 2 at the stripe today. Backs down the front end. Again, Big Blue getting to the line today. 13 of 15, make it 13 of 16 on the miss by Hildebrandt, picked up by Esther. Now Valev looking inside, pass broken up. Those passes aren't very crisp, and that's part of the problem. The defense able to recover and get a hand on it. Confidence in what they're doing, lacking just a little bit. Passing with hope rather than conviction as they get it into Kashawn. She misses off the left block. Rebound pulled out of there by Jasmine Brown. Knutson now quickly below the arc, left of the free throw line. Pulls it back out. Continues the dribble, now shoots over Destiny Antoine and hits the 3. Tough shot for Knutson, but got it to fall. 7 points on the afternoon for Knutson. Lead back out to 10 for Millikin, their largest lead of the game. 12-0 run in the first quarter. They were down 7-2, opened up a 14-7 lead at that point. 3 on the way, taken by Valev is no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Staten. Gives it up to Knutson, to the near wing. Back to Knutson, top of the circle. Down to Jasmine Brown, right side. Reversing left side now. Into the left corner it goes. Staten. Cross court to Brown. Now the 3 on the way. No good. Taken that time by Bailey Kaufman. And Larson able to get the rebound. Carthage down 10 as they bring it up. Larson spinning top of the circle, guarded by Knutson. Lost the dribble. was poked away. No, they said Larson was the last to touch it. Coach Bernero looking for some help here, and he might get it. Let's see.
Checking in for Carthage, number 23.
Talking with the official, and I thought the official walking up was going to change the call, but it went off of Larson, so it'll go as a turnover for Carthage. 10 turns now for Carthage College. 24-14. Kaufman on the dribble, spinning in the paint, guarded by Ebeling, and the foul on Ebeling got body into the back that time of Kaufman.
Carthage foul, number 23, Addison Ebeling.
First on Ebeling, second on the team. Reset shot clock to 20 as Millikin inbounds. Schneider with it. Gets it back to Kaufman. Pull up at the free throw line, good. Little jab step cleared the defense, and Kaufman able to knock it down. 10 points for Kaufman now. Lead is out to 12, 26-14. On the drive, cut off, nearly turning it over. Kashan able to pick up the loose ball. She continues to drive into the paint. She lost the basketball. It's taken away by Millikin, but then stolen right back by Knight. Finds Larson. Around to Esther for three. Got it. Diana Esther able to knock down her second triple today. She now has 6. 26-17. First points of the second quarter for Carthage. Kaufman backing into the paint, turning over Amanda Larson and hits. Larson with 2 fouls, backed off just a little bit. Didn't want to get too aggressive with Kaufman, and she was able to back her into the paint, take that short jumper. 28-17. Esther with a running right hand, won't get it to fall. Rebound, whistle, and a foul on Kashan as she tried to tie up Aubrey Staten. And Kashan will pick up her second foul, the third on Carthage here in the quarter. And a timeout taken here by Millikin, stopping play with 5:54 to go in the half. And Millikin up 28-17. Game today brought to you by Dickey's Barbecue Pit on 74th Place, just off of I-94. The answer to your search for great barbecue. Give them a call today. They're open till 9 tonight. 262-287-9889. That's Dickey's Barbecue Pit. And our game also brought to you by Francetic Tax Resolution. Don't get frantic, get Francetic. Go to 262tax.com. Millikin in this quarter, 3 for 5 from the field. For the game, 6 of 18, 33%. Carthage, 1 for 4 here in the quarter. For the game, 6 of 18. Both teams at 33% right now shooting. The difference is the free throws. Millikin, 13 of 16. Carthage, 3 of 4. Big Blue will bring it up. Miranda Fox will handle it. Sophie Darden in for the first time this afternoon for Millikin, following the timeout. Schneider gets it back to Fox. Fox to the circle. Gives it off to Kaufman. Kaufman backing in Ebeling. Now swings it off. Darden drives in the left side. Reverse layup won't fall. Ball tipped around. Offensive rebound. Sticking by Miranda Fox and the foul. Fox digging hard, getting off that missed shot.
14, Bridget Barrett.
Getting after it and collecting the rebound and getting the foul
5, Jasmine Brown.
by Bridget Barrett, her second. That's the 4th on Carthage. So they're at the limit. Fox can't convert on the three-point play. 5:24 to play, first half. Carthage down 13. On the drive is Knight. Back to Ebeling. Cross court to Larson, left side. Puts it on the floor, drives the basket, lays it up with the right hand. Short-armed it. Got to a point where she got to the rim, confused whether to use the backboard or finger roll it. Fox with it now, out of the right corner. The right wing, top of the circle. Gets it off to Darden. Below the free throw line, back to Fox, traveled with it. And a drive past Lauren Knight that time, but failed to put the ball on the floor.
Number 22, Elise Knudsen.
7th turnover for Millikin this afternoon. Knight will bring it up. Checked up by Jasmine Brown. Ebeling comes out high to set the ball screen. Gets the pass, now looks inside Barrett. Trying to go back to Larson and it's thrown behind her. And a turnover for Carthage. Good look. Good concept there. The pass was just a little late getting to Larson and it was behind her. And Carthage turning it over their 12th. 30-17 Millikin. 4.5 minutes to go, first half. Jasmine Brown with it. Gets it back to Staten for three. Missing. Rebound left side picked up by Larson. Carthage competing on the glass here. They're +4. Millikin coming in a +3 team. Carthage coming in a -5 on the glass. Larson was fouled on the dribble. Staten picking up the foul, her first. Second team foul on Millikin here in the second quarter, as Valev will come in replacing Lauren Knight. Valev with the ball and was immediately fouled as she put it on the floor. Jasmine Brown just too much body that time.
Jasmine Brown.
That is her first, third team. Valev now gets it to Esther, running one-hander, won't fall. Rebound Barrett, back out to Valev for three, off the left wing, no good. Rebound skips into the corner, picked up by Jordan Hildebrandt. Gives it up to Knutson, back over to Staten for three, back iron miss. And Knutson able to crash the board and get it. She's immediately double teamed and turns it over as Larson gets the steal. Ebeling and Knight that time able to force the turn. On the drive, Ebeling running one-hander off the right side, won't fall. Knutson able to take it away from Barrett. In transition back to Staten, she underlaid. Darden got the rebound and went back up with it to draw the foul. It was a very good offensive rebounding team. And they crashed the boards hard. That time Darden working hard, got the rebound and the foul. It'll go on Nancy Valev. That is her second. Over the limit, Carthage. This will be a two-shot foul here for Sophie Darden.
At the line, Darden.
Just her third game of the season for Darden. She has yet to score. And the free throw barely drew iron. That's the story today. 13 of 18 at the line now for the Big Blue. Carthage 3 for 4. Second one settles in, going 1 for 2 that trip. 31-17. Carthage scoreless now in the last 3 minutes. Now Valev got bumped off that time by Brown, no call. Got the shot away, missed it. Knutson comes back the other way. Jasmine Brown with it. Brings it back to Knutson, turning on the left side, backing into the paint. Got away with a walk, but she turned it over anyways as Valev gets the steal. Larson with a good defense that time. Now Larson coming in, going hard to the basket, had it knocked away. Out of bounds, it'll be Carthage ball.
Checking in for the Big Blue, number 32, Bailey Kaufman.
Jordan Hildebrandt that time who knocked it away. Hildebrandt will come out now as Bailey Kaufman will check in. They get it quickly to Larson, who's fouled immediately as she got that entry pass from Valev. Both Larson and Brown go down. Fouls going to go on.
22.
Call it on Knutson. That's her third. Okay. Surprising. She's got 3 fouls now. Their leading scorer in foul trouble here. See if Carthage can take advantage. Josefowicz going up was knocked away and fouled by Hildebrandt.
Millikin foul number 23.
So each team over the limit now.
Checking in for the Big Blue, number 3, Miranda Fox. Number 14,
Miranda Fox will
Chelsea
check back
McCollum.
in. And Chelsea
In for
McCollum
Carthage.
also in now for
Number
Millikin.
3, Margaret Spear.
Margaret Spear will come in for Carthage, replacing Amanda Larson.
Josefowicz.
This will be Josefowicz at the line for 2. Her third appearance this season, and that one circles and falls out. Josefowicz looking for her first points of the season. Missed them both. Rebound out to the free throw line. Got a tie up as players tumble down. Barrett getting the tie up that time with
Carthage.
Natalie Schneider, and possession arrow going to go to Carthage here. So reset the shot clock to 20 as Valev will trigger the inbound right of the basket. Gets it into Barrett. Barrett floats in the paint, puts it up. No. Battle for the rebound inside, and Hildebrandt comes away with it. Outlets to Fox. Down quickly to Natalie Schneider. Back up top to McCullum. Back to Schneider now in the left corner. Reversing to the right side. Kaufman back to Schneider. Back to Kaufman now on the right wing. Got around Antoine. Gets to Barrett, and we got an offensive foul. He was able to dribble past Destiny Antoine that time, but then Barrett, recognizing that play, stepped right up, took the charge. Kaufman, her second.
Number 40, Abby Ratch.
Abby Ratch will check in now. 31-17 Millikin, 2:10 to go here in this first half. Carthage kind of a role reversal here. They've gotten a cold second quarter, just 1 for 12 here in the second quarter for Carthage. Josefowicz, deep three, straight on, barely drew iron, long rebound, picked up by Fox. Amanda Fox quickly down the floor to Staten. Back out to Kaufman, stand still three, left alone on the arc, and she buries it. 15 and a half for Kaufman. Timeout taken by Carthage. Once again, Carthage losing track of the three-point shooter. Kaufman made them pay. Kaufman now with 15 points. Other games going on in the CCIW. Halftime, Wheaton beating Elmhurst 31-20. Carroll on top of North Park 27-20. Illinois Wesleyan drilling North Central 38-23. All three games are at the half. We're a minute 45 away from halftime here. Carthage trailing 34-17. 8-0 run once again here for Millikin. Carthage going scoreless for nearly 5 minutes here in this second quarter. 1 for 13. Got off to the better start. Kind of kept pace with Millikin that first quarter, which was good, but they've lost that confidence again. Destiny Antoine for three, that won't fall. Carthage 1 for 5 shooting the three ball here in the second quarter. Just 2 for 7 overall. They get back up top. Ratch on the drive, got a whistle and a foul. It'll go on Carthage as Barrett tried to take the charge once again. Barrett picks up the foul, her third. This will be Abby Ratch at the free throw line, the sophomore from Springfield. 5.5 points and 5 rebounds per game for Ratch. She gets her first point here. Making her first 2 points coming at the free throw line. 36-17.
34, Kelsey, his shot.
16-3 run here in this second quarter for Millikin. Carthage has gone cold. Part of that is we got a foul up top here. Trying to break through the screen was Abby Ratch, who picks up the foul. That's her third.
Checking in for the big blue, number 24,
Sophie Darden will check back in now, replacing Ratch, who leaves with 3 fouls over the limit. So this will be Valev at the line shooting 2. Junior out of Wheeling, missing on the front end. Appeared in 17 games last season. Had a 10-point game against North Central last February, a year ago. Missed both free throws, and the rebound collected by Hildebrandt. Final minute of play here, second quarter. Three on the way by McCallum. Got it. Chelsea McCallum with the three-pointer off the right wing. Her first made three of the season. 22-point advantage, Millikin. Count it, and the foul underneath. Margaret Spear, the freshman out of Lake Zurich, able to connect on the layup and was fouled.
Millikin foul on number 14, Chelsea McCullum.
McCullum picking up the foul, her first. At the line will be Spear for the three-point play. Missing the free throw. Carthage with problems all season long shooting free throws. They're now 3 for 9 today at the line. Heard Coach Bernero talk about it in the pregame. Knew they were going to get to the line, needed to convert. Fox will handle the dribble, top of the circle. 4-second difference, 16 seconds to play, 12 on the shot clock. Hildebrandt backing in the paint around Kashan, taken away by Kashan as she stepped in front of Hildebrandt that time. On the drive, Valev, scoop with the right hand off the glass and in. And that'll end our second quarter. Just the third field goal of the second quarter.
Carthage 21.
Carthage 1 for 11 in that quarter at one point. Able to come away with a basket here at the end. Cuts the deficit to 18. But it's been all Millikin so far as the Big Blue lead Carthage 39-21. We'll step out. We'll take a 60 break, back to run the numbers and have more of our halftime here at Tarble Arena. Carthage trailing 39-21. Back after this on AM 1050 WLIP.
We don't wanna believe it, that it's all gone. Just a matter of minutes before the sun goes down. We're afraid to admit it, but I know you know that you and me, it was good, but it wasn't right. And it'll be hard, but I know I will make it out. Step by step, I move on and get on with life. So I'll let go, and I hope you'll be happy now. Yeah, I hope you'll be happy now. Yeah, I hope you'll be happy now.
Operated Carver Park Health and Fitness on 14th Avenue in Kenosha, Dickey's Barbecue Pit, the Sandlots of Salem, and Lynch Chevrolet. John Weiser back with you at the Tarble Arena. Carthage trailing here at the half, 39-21. Well, we're hoping Carthage would get off to a good start today. They did. Actually played a very good competitive first quarter. They only trailed by 6 after one, 20-14, collecting a 5 for 14 on field goals. But their cold quarter was the second quarter. They went over 5.5 minutes without a point. That allowed an extended run of 14-2 by the Big Blue. And they opened up what was a 6-point lead, built it out to as many as 22 late, 39-17. But Carthage able to close out this first half on a 4-0 run themselves. And it was Lev able to get the basket here to end this first half and at least pull her team back to within 18 at the break. As we take a look at the numbers here in this first half for Carthage, they were just 3 for 16 in the second quarter. For the game, 8 for 30, 26%. 1 for 5 at the arc in the second quarter. For the game, Carthage 2 for 8. And 0 for 5 at the free throw line. That's the difference here today, has been getting to the line. Carthage 3 for 9 in the game. Meanwhile, Millikin 16 for 21. Now you look at that and say this must be a physical game going back and forth, but really for Carthage, they've just been a half step out of place, and Millikin's been able to take advantage of it, attacking the basket. Meanwhile, for Millikin in that second quarter, they were 6 of 13. For the half, 9 of 26, 34%. 3 for 6 at the arc, 5 for 12. in the ball game, 41%, and 16 of 21 at the stripe. Leading scorers for Carthage in that first half, it was Iana Esther with 6 and Nancy Valev with 6. Esther 2 for 8, both of those 3-pointers. For Valev, 3 for 7, including the layup to end the first half. She has 6. Amanda Larson, the team's leading scorer, coming in averaging 16 points a game. She was held to 4 on just 2 of 5 shooting, but she was active. She grabbed 4 rebounds to lead their team in that category, to go with 2 assists and 2 steals in that first half. So Larson limited to just 4 points. 2 points each for Lauren Knight and Bridget Barrett, and Amanda Ebeling Addison Ebeling, I should say, with just 1 point in that first half. Antoine, Cashon, Josefowitz, and Spear did not score for Carthage in that first half. Meanwhile, for Millikin, they got 15 points from Bailey Kaufman today. Kaufman 5 for 10 from the field, 3 for 5 at the arc. All 5 of her attempts. Out of those 5 attempts, 4 were uncontested. She was able to knock in 3 off the arc. 15 in 12 minutes of play in that first half for Kaufman, only player in double figures for the Big Blue. Elise Knutson, player of the week this week in the CCIW, limited to just 7 points. She picked up her 3rd foul late in that second quarter. She is just 1 for 4. That was a triple, but she's 4 for 4 at the line. Also has 5 rebounds, 7 points for Knutson. 4 points for Schneider, 3 points for McCullum, 2 points each for Hildebrandt, Fox, Brown, and Ratch, and 1 point for Sturdy and Darden. Rebounding, Carthage at 1 point was a +5 on the glass today, but Millikin has come back to take that advantage, 24 to 22 on the glass thus far. 5 rebounds for Knutson to lead her team. 3 players with 4 for Carthage. Larson with 4 boards, Esther with 4, and Barrett with 4 in that first half. Carthage turned it over 12 times, leading to 13 Millikin points. Millikin turned it over 10 times, leading to 5 Carthage points in that first half. Carthage actually had a lead in the first quarter today, and their largest lead was 5, 7-2, but a 12-0 run has given Millikin the lead. They have not given it back, and they lead it here at the half, 39-21. Well, the men typically playing opposite the women, but they are off today. Carthage men will play at Millikin on Monday night at 6 o'clock down in Decatur. They played last night at number 7 Wheaton. That game originally scheduled for Thursday night. This was to beat Carthage's bye week, but with the COVID-19 protocols involving a couple of men's teams, most namely Elmhurst and Illinois Wesleyan, that freed up some time here, and so Carthage was able to work it out and play Wheaton actually last night down at the King Arena, and it was Wheaton who jumped out quickly to a 27-8 lead the first 5 minutes of that contest and went on to defeat the Carthage men's team last night as they took care of business down at Wheaton. Thunder held a 48-30 lead at halftime. Went on to win 87-75 in that contest. For Carthage in that game, it was Filip Galatovich. Led the team in scoring. He recorded his first double-double of the year. He had 26 points and 10 rebounds. And Galatovich now amongst the leading scorers in the conference, averaging 24 points on the season. Josh Washburn came off the bench to add 22 points for Carthage, and Sean Johnson had 12 rebounds, and TJ Best with 5 assists in that loss. But a very veteran team in Wheaton, ranked 7th in the nation coming into play this week, took down the Carthage men's team last night by a score of 87-75. 72-75. Women's games going on in the CCIW this afternoon. It is the Wheaton Thunder leading Elmhurst 37-24. That game now in the third quarter. Matter of fact, all three games in the third quarter now. Carroll leading North Park 33-24. Illinois Wesleyan is leading North Central 40-27. Other news involving Carthage athletics. Men's volleyball picked up their home win last night as they swept Aurora 3-0. And Carthage now 9th ranked in the volleyball poll this week. Off to a 2-0 start. They knocked off Lakeland earlier in the week and swept Aurora in straight sets last night here at the Tarble Arena. Carthage men's volleyball team will take on Concordia this coming Tuesday evening. Concordia of Wisconsin at 7 o'clock. Was Matt Slavinsky led the team in kills with 19 last night, and he had his career collegiate best in aces with 6. Kyle Cohen had 11 digs for Carthage last night, and Gene McNulty with 33 assists for the second straight game. McNulty able to set up his team very nicely. And for Carthage now, they are now 24-1, dating back to the last 9 matches. Going back to last season. Men's volleyball will be this coming Tuesday here on the video stream at 7 o'clock. We'll be back with you this coming Thursday for basketball, both here on 1050 WLIP and on the Carthage video stream. Carthage women's basketball taking on Wheaton College on Thursday night. We'll have the broadcast for you here on 1050 WLIP and on the stream beginning at 6:45 Thursday night. Wrestling got underway this weekend. First home meet for wrestling, the new sport just added this year. Of course, Carthage had a long wrestling history in the early days of the CCIW. Ron Zalakar was the longtime wrestling coach here. One of the faces on the Carthage Mount Rushmore, if you will. You get Art Keller, you can get Ron Zalakar, put them up there. Those would be the first two I would think of. Maybe John Swift also there from basketball. Bosco Jurkovic would come to mind as well. And Augie Schmidt. Those would be the ones that if you had a Mount Rushmore of Carthage sports, that's what it would be. But men's wrestling hosted a dual meet last night, hosting North Central and Augustana. And again, part of the new sports being offered here, men's and women's wrestling, along with women's bowling. Part of the new athletic competition here at Carthage College. And again, very happy to see that get underway, and of course an opportunity to introduce that sport here to some of the area students. It's really great on the part of Carthage to bring those in. Mention too, and I always mention on the broadcast for those of you tuning in perhaps for the first time, that Carthage is undergoing a new athletic nickname change. They have retired Lady Reds and Redmond this season, so it's just Carthage Athletics. And they've narrowed down the list of names, team nicknames, to 3: Fire, Firebirds, and Lakehawks. The decision will be made later this month. I believe the board will be meeting here, the Carthage Board of Trustees, and at that point an announcement will be made on what will be the new team nickname. Something that's less gender specific, more gender inclusive. There's a committee that was formed about a year ago to start looking into that and reviewing some of that, and then it was announced in the fall that Carthage would compete as simply Carthage Athletics this year. Along with the nickname change will be a new mascot for the team. Torchy will graduate this year, graduating in May. My understanding, the athletic logo is going to stay roughly the same. Just adding the new team nicknames for Carthage this year, so looking forward to that. And the winter sports picking up. Men's volleyball opened up the home portion of their schedule last night. Women's volleyball later this month, I believe on a Sunday, open up their home season. women's volleyball, men's volleyball going on. Football is going to be taking place in the spring. There'll be at least 4 games for football. Get some competition in. Dustin Haas is chomping at the bit. Excited about what he was going to be on the field this year for football, and that delayed until this spring. Get some competition in. Again, you can follow Carthage Athletics on the web, carthage.edu. Just click on the athletics tab and you get up to date on all of what's going on here involving Carthage Athletics. Great institution. I've been happy to be associated with this school in athletics now for almost 20 years. And Nate Stewart, the new athletic director, he's got it going. He gets it. He's excited for his opportunity here to move this program forward. And all that he has done, just juggling all the COVID issues this year. It's been a tribute to both he and Dr. Swallow for navigating this institution and Nate specifically athletics here through the COVID-19 protocols. Second half underway now. Carthage trailing 39-21. Millikin with the ball. Knutson will launch a 3, missing. Rebound inside. Gets away from Fox. Gets it out to Jasmine Brown. Brown now free throw line. Back out to Fox, right wing. Up top to Knutson for 3. Got it. Louise Knutson knocks down the first shot here of this second half. Knutson now in double figures with 10. 42-21. Millikin doubling up on Carthage once again. Larson, Kashawn, along with Destiny Antoine and Diana Esther out there. And we got an offensive foul on Carthage here. Check that, a traveling violation on Carthage. Lauren Herman not available for Carthage today because of a foot injury. So Esther got the start. Carthage going to play zone here to start this second half. They get inside. Nixon, Hildebrand I should say, missing. Rebound to Carthage. They'll clear it out. Larson off tonight. Lauren Knight working the dribble to the right side. Now penetrates. Fox able to step in front of her, dishes it off to Destiny Antoine, top of the circle. Antoine, left wing it goes. Esther for 3, missing. Kashawn with the offensive rebound. The stick back won't fall. Back the other way comes Millikin with numbers. We'll get it back over to Staten. Now inside, and the body bump by Destiny Antoine as they got the pass into the left block to Hildebrandt. And Antoine with the foul.
25, Destiny Antoine.
That is her second, first on the team here in this third quarter.
Number 14, Bridget Barrett.
Barrett will check in now, replacing Kashawn. Get it in to Jasmine Brown. Back to Knutson, loops it inside. Hildebrandt going strong to the basket and banks it in. Double teamed that time was Hildebrandt, but still able to get that shot away. Both Barrett and Larson were working on her. Now Larson on the drive. Reversing with the left hand and puts it in. Driving in from the right side was Larson. Got to the basket. Traffic there, so switched hands and got it off with the left hand and in. 6 for Larson, 44-23 in favor of Millikin. 3 out of the corner, good. And another timeout taken by Carthage. Bailey Kaufman left alone in the corner for 3. Leading three-point shooter on this Millikin team. Gotta know where she's at. She buries the triple, and it's a 24-point advantage now for Millikin, 47-23. For Kaufman, 18 points now. The lead all scores. 6 of 11 from the floor, 4 of 6 from three-point range. Coming in, she was 4 of 8 through 4 games. Well, remains at 50% shooting the 3-ball. 18 minutes per game, and pretty good production. 7:45 to go here in the third. 47-23, Carthage trailing. Carthage College would like to thank the following businesses for their sponsorship this year of Carthage Athletics, including Freighter South, the official sports medicine provider of Carthage Athletics, Barnes & Noble Bookstore, and Chick-fil-A on Highway 50 in Kenosha. Millikin 3 for 5, 2 for 3 at the arc here in the early going of the third. Carthage just 1 for 3 here in the third quarter. Knight will bring it down, guarded by Jasmine Brown. Now drives, run up right side, overlaid, but was fouled. And Natalie Schneider with the blocking foul that time.
Natalie Schneider at the line.
It is her first
Knight.
team. Lauren Knight at the free throw line for Carthage. Knight drops it in. And a nightmare at the line in this first half for Carthage. They were 3 of 9 at the stripe. Knight ends that, going 2 for 2 at the line. 4 points now for Knight, matching her uniform number, 47-25. Knudsen to Brown. Carthage trying a 2-3 zone here. Knudsen will shoot over it, over Larson, and hits the triple. Tough shot there. Larson had a hand in her face. She still got that one away and knocks it down. 13 for Knudsen. Double your pleasure. 50-25 Millikin. Antoine passed off the shot, got it back out to Larson for 3. Nobody there on the boards for Carthage. Rebound to Millikin. The other way, they try and force a bounce pass inside. It's knocked out of bounds
Millikin ball.
by Ayanna Esther. Millikin will keep possession. Trying to go inside that time to Abby Ratch. Throw it into Ratch up top. Back to Schneider. Triggered the inbound. Now to Knudsen. Tried to force it inside. It's broken up, taken away. Held, actually. Whistle blew as the ball came out. Held ball, possession arrow to Carthage. And Carthage struggling to score. It's been their story the first 3 games now. Going to this fourth. Coming in, barely clearing the 50-point mark through the first 3 games. Esther for 3 off the right side, won't go. Got a battle for the loose ball, and Barrett was fouled that time as she had position. Abby Ratch knocks her off balance and commits the foul. That's 4 on Ratch. She will come out. Hildebrandt back in along with Staten and Sophie Dordan. That will trigger the inbound. It's thrown into the backcourt, picked up by Esther. Esther on the drive. Scoop shot with the right hand, left it short. Darden with the rebound. 28-25. Millikin on the glass thus far. They lead by 25. We're 4 minutes into the third quarter. Works it inside. Hildebrandt turnaround layup won't go. And the rebound cleared out by Barrett. She had an open look that time, decided to reverse it from right to left and missed the shot. Right now, near side Larson driving below the arc, left wing. Lost the dribble and turned it over. Was bothered by Aubrey Staten that time, and Larson was the last to touch.
Number 21, Taylor Josefowicz.
Josefowicz in for Carthage. Also Ebeling checking in. As Knight and Velev will exit here. 3 on the way by Schneider. That won't fall. The rebound to Barrett. Barrett now the leading rebounder with 5 for Carthage thus far. Gives it off to Velev, to just Josefowicz, running one-hander through the paint, no good. Got her own rebound though. Tried a bounce feed, but it was broken up by Hildebrandt and taken away by Staten. Down quickly, Darden, off-balance shot, won't fall. Ebeling with the rebound. Velev brings it across. Fox to Larson. Driving left side, floats in the paint. We got an offensive foul on Amanda Larson. Staten taking the charge that time. Third foul on Larson.
In the big blue, number 14, Chelsea McCullum.
Chelsea McCullum in now for the Big Blue. Midway through this third quarter, 50-25 in favor of Millikin. Carthage led by 5 in the first quarter, but quickly fell behind after that and have been chasing double digits since. And a nice layup inside by Hildebrandt. 52-25. Doubling now on the drive. Bounce feed back to Larson. Back up top, Valev. Driving into the paint. Kick out to Ebling for 3. That one won't fall. Battle for the loose ball inside through Josefowicz, and it was deflected at the last moment by Jordan Hildebrandt, so Carthage will retain possession. Shot clock reset to 20 here as Carthage will inbound right of the basket. Josefowicz with it to Ebling up top. Getting around Darden. Trying to break it up, and doing so was Miranda Fox. Back the other way, McCullum. Cut off at the baseline by Larson. Back up top to Staten, around to Darden. Puts it on the floor in front of Ebling. Trying to loop it back inside to Hildebrandt, but it was stolen away by Barrett. Now to Valev, coming down the right side, and they're going to call Valev for the offensive foul. Just drive the right baseline and shovel it up, hoping to draw the foul, but dipped the shoulder too much. Picked up the foul. It's the third on Valev. 52-25. 3:45 to go here in the third. McCullum to Staten. Cross-court feed to Fox. Fox out of the right corner. Back to Hildebrandt, and a 3-second violation. They got it back out to Knudsen. It was Hildebrandt camping out in the paint. 13 turns now for Millikin today. 18 for Carthage. Make it 19. As the pass broken up by Fox to Hildebrandt. 8 points for Hildebrandt. That's where they've hurt Carthage today too. 17 points off turn now for Millikin. 24-25. Josefowicz to Barrett. Fires up the 20-footer left side. Won't fall. Rebound McCullum. To Miranda Fox. Under 3 minutes to go here. Hildebrandt inside, broken up by looking for Knudsen on a cut to the basket that time, and Larson was able to break it up out of bounds.
Number 32, Bailey Hoffman.
In now, along with Jack for Millikin. Destiny for Carthage. Get it into Knudsen. Gets past Larson. Back out to Kaufman for 3. That one won't fall. Pulled in by Barrett. 7 boards. Noon for Bridget. 25 Millikin. Larson now driving in below the arc left side. Cross court it goes to Josefowicz. Gets a screen from Destiny. Uses it, fires, misses the rebound, lost it. Back. Antoine circling in the paint and was fouled. Knocked it a couple of different ways that time as she collected that loose ball in the paint. The foul's going to go on Millikin.
Millikin foul. Number 32, Bailey Kaufman.
Kaufman picking up the foul, her third. Hildebrandt will come out.
24, Sophie Darden.
Darden in now as they get it into Barrett. Off the inbound feed, she'll lay it up right side. Bridget Barrett with 5 points this afternoon to go with those 7 boards. 54-27. And they cut Bailey off at the baseline. She'll kick it back out to Chelsea McCullum. She'll fire the 3 and hit over Josefowicz. McCullum 2 for 2 now at the arc. 6 points, 57-27. Largest lead at 30. We got a whistle on the entry pass to Barrett. We got a hold. It's going to go on Darden, her first. 4th team foul on Millikin here in the quarter. Carthage will inbound right of the basket. Lev to trigger. And Esther in there now for Carthage as the pass looking for Barrett inside was broken up by Brown. Carthage will retain possession.
Number 12, Natalie Schneider. And then number 11, Ashlyn Sturdy.
Sturdy and Schneider will come back in for Millikin. Lev looking to trigger. Gets it quickly to Esther, but then Esther's pass to Knutson broken up at midcourt and out of bounds. Intended for Spear. Knutson with the break up that time.
23, Jordan
Hildebrandt back in, replacing Kaufman. 1:45 to go here in the quarter. Carthage chasing 30. Lev, double team. Gave it up. Taken away by Sturdy. To Knutson. Around Valev. Back to the free throw line to Hildebrandt. Her jumper rattles around and down. Double digits now for Hildebrandt. She's got 10, 59-27. Millikin, minute 20 to go here in the third. Spear taking the dribble between the circles. Bounce feed, right block it goes to Esther. She'll put it up and in. Spear with the assist, Esther with the bucket. Esther with 8 today. Under a minute to go here in the third. That's a collegiate best. Esther now with 8. Is Hildebrandt able to finish again inside? 12 for Hildebrandt. 61-29 Millikin. Calming violation on Valev, turning the ball over. 22 turnovers now for Carthage today. This is really going to test Coach Bernero's patience here. .38 seconds to go in the quarter. Carthage has tried a couple of different things, and Justin Antoine with the foul. Fouling Darden. 3 on Antoine. 14th foul of the quarter, so we're not shooting yet here. Staten to inbound. Gets it to Sturdy. Back up top to Gabby Thomason. Missing the shot. Rebound Hildebrandt, her second effort. Deflects off the rim and out of bounds. It'll be Carthage ball. Shot clock dark, 22 seconds to go here in the third. Carthage just 2 for 12 shooting the 3 ball today. 11 of 42 overall. They just can't hit. Can't get anything to go offensively. Able to break through in the first quarter today, but since then nothing. Shot missed by Spear. Rebound Antoine, who was fouled on the floor before the shot, and Antoine will get 2 free throws nonetheless, as that's the 15th foul on Millikin here in the quarter.
Sophie Darden.
Darden picking up the foul, her second.
Antoine.
And Antoine at the line. First trip to the line today for Destiny, and she knocks down the free throw. Second one goes down. 2 for 2 that trip. First 2 points for Antoine. Final 3 seconds here. Get it back to Hildebrandt. She got it away, and it will not count. Rolled off at the end. And it's a 30-point lead for Millikin heading into the fourth quarter. 61-31, Big Blue over Carthage. Back for the fourth quarter after the 60 break on AM 1050 WLIP. Fourth quarter underway here at the Tarble Arena. John Weiser with you. Millikin leading Carthage 61-31 here this afternoon. Fire the three. Millikin with the ball to start this fourth quarter. They fire up the three. We got a tie up underneath as Antoine tangled up with Sturdy. Alternate possession roll to Carthage. Carthage 3 for 13 in that third quarter. For the game, 11 of 43, 25%. They missed all 5 of their 3-pointers. On the afternoon, Carthage 2 of 13. Millikin 9 of 17 in that third quarter. For the game now, 41%, 18 of 43.
Millikin foul, number 20, Sarah Ness.
Foul on Millikin. Sarah Ness in there now as Olivia Lett starting to empty out the bench to begin this fourth quarter. They get it into Spear. Margaret Spear on the drive, try to dump it back, try to be looking for Esther, it looked like here in the near wing, and it was just thrown behind her. 23 turns this afternoon for Carthage. Really got off to such a good start today. They actually led 7-2, Women did. And they gave inside Hildebrandt, able to finish low right. Hildebrandt with 14. She scored 6 straight now to get to 14. 63-31. Knight bumped off the ball, no call, and she threw it away. Overly aggressive that time was Ashlyn Sturdy, but they let it go, and then Spear tried to take it away from Sturdy, and it was out of bounds off of Carthage. So now the bench completely emptied here for Olivia Lett.
Jacqueline Anderson, number 3, Miranda Fox, number 12,
Fox in,
Natalie Snyder,
Snyder
number
in.
32, Bailey Kaufman, number 40, Patty Ratch.
Kaufman and Ratch in now too. So everybody is, just about everybody on the roster has played now for Millikin this afternoon. 8:40 to go in the game, 63-31 Big Blue. Carthage again in zone here. And they get the steal. Larson able to intercept that pass. She'll take it down the right side. Larson going up right side, rejected by Bailey Kaufman. Kaufman on the block, timed it beautifully. Back the other way, they get it down to Schneider. She'll finish low right. Transition bucket off the block by Kaufman. Schneider able to finish, 6 on the afternoon for Schneider. And a run up by Larson again. This time she's fouled. She'll get to the line to shoot 2.
Millikin foul, number 32, Bailey Kaufman.
Kaufman picking up the foul, her 4th.
Larson.
This will be Amanda Larson at the line. They've done a good job on Larson today, coming in averaging 16 a game. Held to just 6 in her first trip to the line. Knocks down the free throw. Larson 3 of 8 on the afternoon. Now 1 for 1 at the line. Make it 2 for 2. Thank you very much. 8 points for Larson, 65-33. 2 minutes into our fourth quarter. Hoffman on the drive, cut off nicely by Antoine, forced the turnover. Spear got the steal, but then it was broken up and taken right back by Ratch. Hoffman inside, got bumped briefly by Antoine, missed the shot. Antoine able to clear out the rebound to Barrett. Now Larson. Back to Knight. Knight on the drive, dumps it into the corner to Barrett. She'll drive out of the left corner. Barrett steps around the defense and then overlaid. I think she was surprised at how quickly she got around Miranda Fox. Suddenly she had an open space to the basket. And a whistle after the pass. Fox knocked to the floor by Spear.
Carthage foul, number 3, Margaret Spear.
First on Carthage here in this fourth quarter.
Big Blue, number 23, Jordan Hildebrandt.
Barrett will come out, Ebeling in for Carthage.
Number 23, Addison Ebeling.
Hildebrandt will come in now, replacing Ratch for Millikin. Big Blue will trigger the inbound. Kaufman to Miranda Fox. Inside to left side to Hildebrandt. She's able to finish. Jordan Hildebrandt now with 8 points. Last 4 shots. 6 for her last 7 now. Spear for 3. Got it. Margaret Spear.
Basket, number 3, Margaret Spear.
Out of Lake Zurich High School, a freshman able to knock it down for Carthage. Her first points today. 67-36 Millikin. 6:50 to play. Hoffman left alone again for three, missed it. Larson able to clear out the rebound. Carthage has competed on the boards here today, +4 on the glass. Larson for three, rattle out. It's halfway down and pop back out. Fox able to clear it down the floor. To Jacqueline Anderson, back to Fox. To Schneider now around the Kaufman screen, back to Kaufman in the left corner. Back to Anderson, and we got a whistle and a timeout, I believe, by Olivia Lett. That'll be a 30-second timeout. Substitution timeout, essentially, as she wants to change the personnel here with 6:22 to play. Stay tuned. We'll name our Harbor Park Health and Fitness Player of the Game this afternoon. Brought to you by Harbor Park Health and Fitness on 3417 14th Avenue in Kenosha. It's just south of the Carthage campus. Have that for you in our post game. Also, Tim Bernero will visit after the game. You can catch Tim Bernero every Thursday morning at 6:20 here on 1050 WLIP. Talking women's basketball with Bill and Pete every Thursday morning at 6:20. And on Friday mornings, catch Steve Jurkovic, men's basketball coach here at Carthage. He'll talk with the guys Friday mornings at 6:20. Millikin will inbound. 67-36 Big Blue, and turnover by Jasmine Brown. Errant pass picked up by Nancy Velev. Velev back to Larson. Larson getting past Knutson, but then threw it away as Knight couldn't handle the pass here in the near wing in front of Darden. Five turns now for Carthage today. Cut those in half. Points off turnovers today. 21-5 Millikin, make it 24-5. Three-pointer that time. Abby Thomason, freshman out of Howellville, Missouri. On the drive and the run-up, the bucket by Lauren Knight. Knight with 6. 70-38 Millikin, 5.5 to play. Messon now out of the corner, gives it to Darden. Below the free throw line left side, finds Hildebrand underneath, overlaid. Bothered that time as the pass hung on her hip. Velev with the bother, Larson able to clear it out. Back to Spear for three, and back-to-back triples for Margaret Spear. Spear with 6. 70-41. Larson for three. That one is short. Rebound goes to Knight. Knight trying to push it up in transition. Gets it up the floor to Larson. Larson with one to beat. Gets it to the paint. Lays it up. Short. Rebound. Count it. And the foul. Lauren Spear, the freshman, following up Larson's miss. Gets the bump, the bucket, and the chance for the three-point play.
Number 5, Jasmine Brown. Checking in for the Big Blue.
Age at best 8 here for Spear.
Number 40, Abby Ratch. 14, Chelsea.
She'll get to the free throw line. Last foul on Brown, her second. Chance to finish off the three-point play here. Knocks it in. 9 on the afternoon for Margaret Spear. 70-44. 4:45 to play, and we got a reach foul. Spear that time trying to deny McCullum's drive. Second foul on Carthage here in the quarter. Third on Spear. Sturdy with it. Through the paint to Darden on the right wing. Back to Sturdy. Thought about reversing. Gets it to Jasmine Brown high on the right wing, guarded by Velev. Reversing all the way to the left corner now. Darden with it. Tried to force it inside. It was broken up by Ebeling as they tried to work it into Ratch. Ebeling with the steal that time. To Larson, floats, missed. Looking for a foul, no call. I think there was contact on the arm on the way up. They let it go. Pass broken up inside by Larson.
Checking in for Carthage.
Antoine will check in. Ebeling out. Lauren Knight will check in. Actually, Knight will exit here as Barrett will check in. Quickly to Ratch. She'll fire the three, missing. Ball tipped, kept alive in the corner, brought down by Jasmine Brown. Back to Darden. Up top to Ratch. Round it goes for the three. Sturdy's three, no good. Offensive rebound, but it deflects off of Ratch out of bounds. Carthage ball. And coming in, Millikin a +3 on the glass, Carthage a -5, but this afternoon Carthage has out-rebounded Millikin 41-36. Ball deflected out of bounds that time by Jasmine Brown. Larson will get it into Valev. 3:45 to play. Millikin comfortably in front. Top to Larson. Wants the three. Got it. The senior Amanda Larson in double figures now with 11. 70-46. And appear to be on their fourth win to get to 4-1 on the season. Cullum able to dribble in. Takes the 10-footer from the right side, missing. Barrett with the rebound. Today. Points. Lost it, tie up at the middle of the floor, and the held ball, possession arrow to Millikin. Jasmine Brown tying up there that time.
Possession, Millikin.
By the big blue. 3:02 to play. We will keep it here.
A full timeout.
Game today. I thank our fine sponsors here at Carthage College. Comprehensive Orthopedics. Campbellwood. One Communications to the McTurnans over there. Appreciate their sponsorship of Carthage Athletics this season. Doubletree Inn and Suites. The Johnson Financial Group. Here, thank them. Good friends down the road at La Fogata Mexican Grill and the Waterfront Warehouse. Hampton Inn and Suites. Carthage Athletics would also like to say thank you to Sator Subs, Stella Hotel and Ballroom here in Kenosha, and the Pullman Automotive Group. Next game for Carthage will be Thursday here at home against Wheat on 1050 WLIP at 6:45 Thursday evening. Men's volleyball here Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. Wisconsin. Millikin brings it in from the backcourt following the timeout. Sturdy with it, top of the circle, guarded by Larson. Circles the right side, into the right corner to McCollum for three. Comes up Antoine. She'll give it off to Valev. To Larson down the right side. Cut off by McCollum and lost the dribble, but it was poked away by McCollum, so Carthage will retain possession.
Checking in for Carthage, number 4.
Check in for Carthage now, the 6-foot junior out of Glenbrook North High School. First appearance of the year for Sammy. Jaden Davis, a sophomore out of Racine Lutheran High School. Both coaches now putting the reserves in here. Get them some playing time. Here on the ball, saved from going out that time by Jaden Davis, but deflected right into the hands of Darden. She'll give it up to Sturdy, back to Darden now on the left side. Wow.
Carthage foul on number 14, Bridget Barrett.
Bridget Barrett picking up the foul, her fourth. Barrett 4 fouls today, 4 points, 9 rebounds. That won't fall. Aiden trying to come up with the rebound. Jaden Davis, I should say, and held ball. Possession out of Carthage.
Carthage. Checking in for the big blue, Jacqueline
Jacqueline freshman. I believe everybody has played now. Some minutes today for Millikin. Spear driving left side. And was fouled off.
Millikin foul on number 2, Jacqueline Anderson.
Anderson picking up the foul, her first. 4th team foul on Millikin. Shot clock reset to 20 as Valev will trigger. Gets it. Circles around. Davis floating up from the right side. Draw the foul. She'll get to the free throw line.
Millikin foul on number 40, Abby Ratch.
Aiden Davis in her first appearance this season will get to the free throw line.
Checking in for the Big Blue, number 21, Gabby Thomason. At the line, Davis.
Davis will get to the free throw line here, looking for her first points season. And she connects. Second one, good as well. 2. Back the other way, Millikin in transition. Sturdy now with 3. She's able to finish. Minute. So off to Valev, drives the lane, puts it up, missing. Ball tipped back out, top of the circle. Anderson collide, and the foul's going to go on Knight.
Number 3, Margaret Spear.
Check that on Spear. Looking going to get to 4-1. Unfortunately for Carthage, they'll still be looking for that first victory. 3 on the way, barely drew iron that time. Shot taken. Able to break up the pass. With 1:05 to go. Barrett to trigger the inbound. To Valev. It's a screen from Carcello. Up top to Davis for 3. That glances off the rim and will go out of bounds.
Millikin ball. Checking in for the Big Blue.
Ellie Armstrong in now, the junior
13,
for Millikin.
Ellie Armstrong.
Millikin will sweep the season series from Carthage. Three of the last 4, actually. Carthage winning in Decatur last year in January. High arcing shot taken that time by Anderson, no good. Ball deflects back out to Anderson. Kick to the left corner. Thomason. Darden around to the right side now on the drive in, jump stop. Back to Darden, get it, and it's on Barrett. If it is, that is her 5th, and she is finished for the afternoon. Bridget Barrett. To this roster, given some playing time and some confidence. Barrett fouling out. 4 points, but the team's leader in rebounds with 9 today. 5:39 advantage for Carthage on the glass as Darden will shoot 2 here. Makes the first. Missed the second. Rebound to Spear. Final 15 seconds here. Spear underneath the Valev. She'll finish low left. 8 points for Valev. Final 10 seconds here. Out. And Millikin get to 4-1 on the year, knocking off Carthage this afternoon. 73-51.
And that's the end of the ball game. Millikin 73.
Carthage falling to 0-4. Into 4-1. Top spots in the CCIW. Final this afternoon. Millikin 73, Carthage 51. We'll take a 2-minute break here. back to run the numbers and visit with head coach Tim
Your
on
men's
AM
volleyball
1050
team
W.
on Tuesday, they take on Concordia University at 7 p.m. Thank you for coming out tonight, and please drive home safely.
She says walking in a straight line, that's not really her style. They all got the same heartbeat, but hers is nothing in this world could ever bring them down. Yeah, they're invincible, and she's and she says, I wish that I could be like the cool kids, 'cause all the cool kids, they seem to fit in. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, like the cool. Big smile, but they haven't got a clue. Yeah, they're living the good life, can't see what he is going through. They don't know where they're going. In the fast lane, living life without knowing. And he says, I wish cool kids, 'cause all the cool kids, they seem to fit in. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, like the cool kids.
Carthage basketball on 1050 WLI on Highway 50 in New Munster. By the Harbor Park Health and Fitness, 3417 14th Avenue in Kenosha. By Dickey's Barbecue Pit, the Sandlots of Salem on Highway 80. Chevrolet of Kenosha, Highway 50 just east of I-94, home of the $3,500 trade-in allowance. And by Frax Resolution, don't get frantic, get Francetic. Go to 26210. John Weiser back with you at the Tarble Arena. Carthage going down for the fourth time this season. They're now 0-4 as they fall to Millikin 73-51. Millikin sweeping the season series, having won 23rd. Carthage, we talked about their slow starts, but actually got off to a great start here this afternoon in the first half, particularly the first quarter. They jumped out to a 7-2 lead, but opened up a 14-7 lead. Millikin led after one, 20-14, and continued to lead, never relinquished that lead. Built to as much as 34 points here in the second half, en route to the. It was really the second quarter that did Carthage in today. They went 3 for 16, just 7 points, 1 of 6 at the arc in that second quarter, and that was the difference. Outscored 19-7 in that second frame, and good chunk of this game, and after getting off to a good start, something that they had been working on, something that they were hoping to build on, and just unable to follow through for 4 quarters here today. So we take a look at the numbers. Second half goes 9 for 27, and for the game 17 of 57, just under 30% shooting today. In the second half, Carthage 3 for 10 with the 3 ball. And the game 5 of 18, 27%, and at the free throw line, Carthage much better in the second half. After going 3 for 9 in the first half, Carthage finished off 9 for 9 at the stripe after halftime for the game. Only one player in double figures for Carthage tonight, and it was Amanda Larson, the senior. 11 points, 5 under her season average. Larson, 11 points on 4 of 13 shooting, 1 for 3 at the arc. Was the team leader in assists and steals today, and played all 26 minutes today, finishing with 11 points. The only player in double figures for Carthage today. Margaret Spears off the bench today with 9. Spear, the freshman, out of Lake Zurich, Illinois, 3 for 5 from the field, including a pair of three-pointers. And she also led the team with 3 assists today as well. Spear with 9. Nancy Valev with 8, 4 of 9 from the field today. Ayanna Esther getting a start today ahead of Lauren Herman, who's out with a foot injury. And Esther, the Tremper grad, finished with 8 today, 3 of 12, including a pair of three-pointers. She also had 4 rebounds, played 22 minutes. Season high today for Esther, and a collegiate best 8 points. 6 for Lauren Knight. Knight 1 for 2, but she was 4 for 4 from the line here in the second half. Knight finishing with 6 points. And it was Destiny Antoine with 2. Jaden Davis with her first 2 points, the sophomore out of Racine Lutheran for Carthage today, getting 2 points. 1 point for Ebeling, as the freshman out of Loyola Academy struggled today, played 13 minutes, was 0 for 3 from the field, 1 for 2 from the line. Taylor Josefowicz played, did not score, as did Kelsey Cashon. Another quiet day for Cashon. She got a great start against Millikin opening up the season, but did not score today. Cashon was 0 for 2, got 3 rebounds, and was credited with 1 block today in just over 12 minutes of play. And Carthage, 29% shooting, 27 from the arc, as they fall to Millikin 73-51. Meanwhile, on the other side for Millikin, in the second half, 14 of 34 shooting for the game, 23 of 60, 38% their season average of 43%. And they were just 3, make that 5 for 17 shooting the 3 ball here in the second half. For the game, 10 of 29, just about at their season average of 34% at the arc. And they got to the line 23 times. They got to the line 21 times in the first half, only 2 attempts in the second half. 17 of 23, 74% at the line. They put 3 players in double figures, led by Kaufman today, as Bailey Kaufman coming off the bench, a 3-point shooter, and she was effective today. She came into the game 4 of 8 from the 3-point arc. She finished the game today 4 of 8. At least 50% now, shooting the 3 ball. 6 of 14 overall today, 18 points for Bailey Kaufman. Great performance off the bench for and turnover. Ready. Now. So, points. See. Camp. Two college. Or team take in manual and have never the score